Hey guys, welcome to our Z-Roll.
What's up, guys? So Disneyland Resort or Good Neighbor Hotel? Pros and cons. Check it out.
So, if you guys have been watching our past vlogs, you know we are going to be going to Disneyland this year. We're super excited.
Yeah.
So, we booked that, and in doing so, we needed to research a lot of different things, and there wasn't really a lot out there with the pros and cons versus staying at a Disneyland Resort or at a Good Neighbor Hotel. And we've always done a Good Neighbor, so we wanted to see, like, if we want to spend the more money, is it worth it? So today we hope this helps you guys if you're researching that area. And then also at the end of this, we're going to share a cool tip that we found out while booking our Disneyland vacation that hopefully will help you guys out as well. And we're also going to share with you guys which one we chose.
Yeah, and also as when Lacey was talking about a Good Neighbor Hotel, what that means is Disney has a list of hotels that they kind of put their stamp of approval on.
Yeah.
There's a plethora of hotels across the street from Disneyland if you've never been there before. We've stayed at a lot of them. We've stayed at the Good Neighbor ones that Disney's like, hey, do that. We've also stayed at ones that we would never recommend to our worst enemy. Anyway, so yeah, just make sure that you stick with the list that Disney puts their stamp of approval on.
All right, so first we're going to talk about the Good Neighbor hotels, and we'll give you some of the pros there. So the first one we came up with was just the price. I mean, they're really good deals, really affordable, and they give you a variety to choose from within what works for your budget and your price range. So also another pro is continental breakfast. A lot of them come with that included in your stay. Some charge a little extra, but that's cool. That could save you some money in the park for your breakfast or whatever. It's just going through and getting your breakfast where you're staying at before you go. So a lot of them do provide that. And then we got transportation. So there are a couple that we looked into that offer free shuttle at their hotel that takes you to the park. Some we looked into do charge daily for that as well. But that's just nice to have, even if some of them are in walking distance. It could be a 10 to 15 minute walk, but when they say that, that means from their hotel to the front entrance. So, there's still just a lot of walking you're doing in the park and then getting back. So a shuttle is definitely a good thing to have with a long day.
So yeah, those were the pros. Now for the cons is transportation. The thing is sometimes the transportation goes to multiple hotels before it gets to the resort, and so sometimes you're waiting. Also, one time we were doing that and there was road construction and it took so long to get to the park.
Right.
Also, you have to kind of plan out. Usually they're about every 30 minutes, which isn't bad when they come pick you up or take you there or whatever. But you kind of have to plan that. There was one time when we were running out of Disneyland. We left Adventureland. We're getting out of the gate, and we're like, we're gonna miss it. And we get up there, and right when we are about to approach the bus, it's gone. So you kind of have to almost just be a little bit more like mindful of the times they leave and stuff.
Right.
So that's kind of a con. It's a pro, yes, that they offer it, but also it is in a way a hassle at times. And
then also keep in mind with shuttles, they do fill up. So there's
true.
A lot of guests at their hotel. So if they can't fit everybody, especially if there's, that big crowd that goes right in the morning or the big crowd that goes right at night after fireworks. So keep in mind you can't always, fit everybody in there, and you have to wait another 30 plus minutes for the next one.
And you honestly want to... You honestly want a transportation because after walking the whole day, the last thing you want to do is have to walk, 3 more miles to your hotel. And just kind of the season of life you're in, because sometimes, like, if it's just the two of us, like, it's probably fine. But if you have kids and strollers and all that kind of stuff, it's definitely it's
something to
think about. It's first world problems for sure, but it's just something to think about. All right, so the next con is losing the Disney magic. I don't care how you slice it, you kind of lose the magic you do lose the magic when you leave the parks, because you're out on the main road, you're dealing with tons of people. People are tired. You go back to your hotel, even if they have great customer service, it's still not Disney's customer service, and it's not the Disney spin on things. So you kind of almost leave the bubble of magic.
That's true, and that's the cool thing about Disneyland is when you're in the park, it always feels like you're just in this magic world. I know Disney's really big about that, even how they put up trees or just their borders of things so you can't see anything outside of it. So you just feel like that immersion, and so when you're in the resort, you feel that same way. away. So when you're leaving that, you know, you do miss out on that.
That's why we love Disney cruises, because you're always immersed in that magic, you know.
Right.
And the last con is kind of rolls into losing the Disney magic is the world-class customer service. You know, you're not gonna have that world-class customer service. I mean, think about it. Like, people at Disney who work at Disney, they're called cast members. They're on a show. They're having to smile. Even if they don't want to, but they're on a show. Like, their back is never to the audience, kind of a thing.
Right.
And you can't trust other hotels to have that same customer service. I think I would argue that there are hotels that do have as good as customer service as Disney, but we've been to some hotels which really did, and some that were horrible.
All right, so now moving into the Disney resorts, we're going to talk about those 3 and just the pros there. So Disneyland does have 3 resorts on their property. It's the Grand Californian, the Disneyland Hotel, and Paradise Pier. So a big pro to all 3 of those is they're so close. I mean, they're all just within walking distance. Grand California is actually, you can walk out the doors and you're in California Adventure Park.
You should tell them the story of when you went there when a kid.
Yeah, so I stayed there with my family. It was so cool because, you know, the Grizzly Rapid Peak ride. I think I'm saying it wrong, but you guys, if you've been there, you know what I'm talking about. You get soaked in it. Well, it was cool because we got all wet and we were just like wearing our swimsuits, and then we could just, you know, go back into our hotel and change or go to the pool. And it was just cool because it was just like in our backyard. So that was awesome. So huge pro. It's really close. Disneyland Hotel's right in downtown Disney District, so you're still, like, you know, in that Disney magic. And then the Paradise Piers would be the furthest away, but still, what we've looked into, it's only like a 15-minute walk to Disneyland, and it's even shorter for California, so super close distance with those.
All right, so the next pro is you are immersed into kind of what Lacey was saying. Like, it's walking distance, it's close. There's Disney music playing all over the place when you're walking. Even to the furthest one out, Paradise Pier, you're still walking in downtown Disney, you know. And so you're all the way immersed. When you're in the hotel, this kind of goes to the next pro, is that there's characters chilling out. So you have character appearances inside the hotel, which is it's a pro to a lot of Disney fans out there. And then also you can actually do like a dining experience inside the hotels as well with the character. So so that's if you're into that, like being rather than having to go in the park and experiencing that, you can do that right into your hotel, which is great.
Right, with smaller crowd numbers, and you just get that full immersion, like Justin's talking about, from when you wake up till when you go to sleep. And you've got, you know, the cast members
even
that
when you're
work
dreaming
at the resort. So you get the full package of the Disney magic. So that was a huge pro.
The next is views. We are really big on views. We love views, and we're kind of a sucker for them when it comes to hotels and things like that. The great thing about Disney is they have park views. Not all the rooms do. Again, it's Disney. You're gonna have to pay a little bit more for that. Imagine waking up, open your curtains, and just seeing the park and the sun kind of rising. That's cool. I've never experienced that before, and that's a pretty cool pro. Also, talking about views is fireworks, and a lot of the hotels have. Or all the Disney resort hotels have firework views. And something I didn't know, because I was gonna say on the Good Neighbor hotels, you actually, on some of the hotels you can see the fireworks. But Lacey was saying something that I didn't know. You want to share that? Yeah,
I heard. I don't know about all of them, but I did hear. Where the pool is located at Paradise Pier, they've got speakers there that play the music that's playing in the park for the fireworks. So that's cool. You can almost have like your own little private viewing of it, so you're not in the crowd.
That's a really cool pro. Yeah. It's fun being in the park for it, obviously. But if you're at the park for several days, it's maybe come back to the hotel and experience it there as well.
Yeah. And also the Grand California, I know there's some rooms that you can have the choice to have your view be over downtown Disney, so that's super cool. Or you can see California Adventure. So, I mean, like Justin said, we're huge on views. I know whenever we get to a hotel, we open up our window, we're like, what's our view?
It's the worst when you open it up and there's a parking garage. You're like, oh, great, that's nice. So, yeah, park views, firework views. And again, Good Neighbor, you can experience the fireworks, but the music, I didn't know that. That's cool.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. All right, so Magic Mornings is a huge thing.
Every day.
every day when you stay at the Disneyland Resort. So we know when you do stay at, or when you buy the tickets, usually you'll get one magic morning included in, like, I think if you get a 3-day or more park hopper. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure that's what it is. So, but if you stay at a Disneyland Resort, you get Magic Morning every day, and that is a huge time to get in all your rides, especially with Star Wars Galaxy's Edge opening up. I want to take full advantage of that, so it's pretty cool. So you don't have those crowds coming in yet, and only people, that come in that extra hour early are from Disneyland Resorts, or if they have their Magic Morning that day. So
yeah,
huge benefit there.
For the last pro that we did research on is the club level of the Disney resorts. Club level, again, you're going to be paying a price for that, but you're actually able to get free breakfast, snacks free twice a day, and then also you get drinks in the evening. And that's pretty cool. I mean, if you really write all that down and see how much money you could be saving by just eating in your hotel rather than eating in the park, that could pay for, I'm not going to say all of it, but it definitely does help a little bit of that. So we kind of weighed out these pros and cons to kind of see what was, at the end of the day, what was best for our dollar kind of a thing. And so that's a pretty cool pro to be able to have that as well. And
it's going to be good quality because it's Disney, so it's going to be probably good breakfast and good snacks. So that's a pretty cool pro.
Yeah, I think that's a good point because even though one of our pros for the Good Neighbor Hotel was continental breakfast, it's going to be a hotel breakfast. And the free breakfast, free, right, that you're paying in the Disney Resort is going to be Disney food. And Disney food I love Disney food. It's great food.
Right, because their waffles will probably be Mickey shaped.
Exactly. Who doesn't want Mickey waffles? And now the con for the Disney Resort. And notice we said con, not cons, because we could only really find one. And it really isn't, I guess, a con, but it kind of is, and that is the price. Yeah. That was it. We did a lot of research, kind of figuring out, okay, is there any more cons? But really, it is the price. Come down to it, you're paying premium for a premium customer service, premium food, premium views, location, all that kind of stuff, and you're going to pay for that. And so that was honestly the only thing that was, I guess, a con.
It is a significant price difference, especially if you're looking at the higher end ones like Grand California.
Yeah.
So,
but I think what really hit us more is just kind of seeing what did it all offer, because we didn't really know. We're like, hey, we understand the price, but why is it so much more, And I know, first of all, it's Disney, so they can do that, but also there is a lot it does offer, and so that kind of made us feel good. So we're going to actually tell you what we decided, and if we went with a Good Neighbor or if we went with a Disneyland Resort. Lacey, do you want to share what we did?
Sure. So after our research, we decided we're going to be staying at a Disneyland Resort. Woo! This is our first time we're going to do that together. So
super stoked.
We're really excited. Just like what we shared today, we weighed a lot of the pros and cons. We've always done Good Neighbor, and so we're going to be doing Disneyland Resort this time. We're going to be staying at the Paradise Pier. So that's probably the cheapest on the end of the 3 resorts. So it'll be pretty cool. We're excited.
It's the furthest one out, but it's really not that long of a walk because it's behind downtown Disney and there's really no crowds.
And we're excited about our view because we did get a view of the park, so that'll be awesome.
Yeah. It's going to be so fun. And we're excited to vlog all of it. And lastly, our tip of booking, we did a lot of research in the best deal. And there were some websites that we saw on YouTube and also online that people said, oh, you can save money going to this website and putting this code in. And we found out that a lot of those websites, they were actually more expensive than what Disney was offering. And so we're bargain hunters. And we actually have a vlog a couple weeks ago of us talking about our vacation tips and how we save for vacations. I'll link that up and down below too. Check that out. But we ended up finding a great deal.
Yeah, we did. So we ended up booking it through Costco, which we've had Costco memberships forever, and we never done that before. If you book and stay before the end of this year, December 2019, you get a Disney gift card to use in, you can use it in the park on food or souvenirs, whatever. So, and depending on the amount of times you stay, the price went up. So that was pretty cool.
They also give you a little bit some gifts. Costco does like a lanyard and I think a souvenir pin and stuff.
So that was really cool. So if you have a Costco membership, I would recommend looking into booking through that if you're going to do
just that gift card alone will probably pay for a couple of days worth of food, maybe 3. Really so, cool. It definitely helps out with the cost of the park. So
because we're all about getting good deals. So if you want to get a good deal, look into that.
All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for hanging out with us, and hopefully this helped. Other than that, if you haven't subscribed, smash that like button, and we'll see you next week for our next Hour Z-Roll.
Bye.
Later, guys. Hey guys, so this is not bloopers, surprise. We're gonna take a pause on that this week because I have the opportunity to go to Romania this year on a mission trip. I'm super stoked about it. If you wanna know more about it, I'll provide the link below for you to check out. And yeah, I'm just pretty excited. And we're gonna bring back a documentary for all to see when I get back. So we're cool. But anyway, we'll see you later. Bye.